Hello everyone, I'm Bucky Lasek and welcome to Launch Control Top 10. Coming in at number 5 is The Rising Sun. It's an episode where I go to Japan and I entail on a journey well beyond any dreams that I could ever have. What makes this episode most interesting to me was visiting STI, going behind the closed doors and seeing some radical engine development that those guys were doing, visiting the factory and realizing that they made a car in 20 hours stood out to me so much. In the assembly line, it wasn't just like STI. It was all different models. That blew my mind that they could knock out cars in 20 hours at a time. And also getting to drive the Nurburgring car on a private test track. Well, I gotta say that I'm kind of bummed that it's only in the top 5, but I guess I'll take a top 5. I was hoping for that top step.
Life happens in stages. Progression is rarely linear. Careers grow and fade. Few ever reach the peak. Subaru Rally Team USA driver Bucky Lasek knows this well. After a 20-year career as a professional skateboarder, filled with X Games medals and wins at endless events around the world, he's emerged as a talent in a whole new discipline. From the ground floor of the program, Bucky chose patience.
To be able to come aboard a team like Subaru and help develop a brand new car is a chance of a lifetime.
For an entire year, he ran a lower spec car to get his rallycross legs. He soon found his speed and confidence. All while amassing arguably his greatest year in skateboarding, winning 4 X Games gold medals. "2014 was the year it all clicked into place. Bucky found the podium. Not once, not twice.
Another podium for Subaru.
But 3 times.
Thank you, Subaru, for the opportunity. I love my team.
Proof he belonged.
Bucky Lasek!
Proof he wasn't just a skater. Proof he'd put in the time and built a second career at the pinnacle of the sport. As an ambassador for his team, he embodies grace and sincerity.
I know, it's good.
He finds a smile when things are tough.
These guys killed it to get this car done. Like, there's no way I thought I'd be back in this car today.
He unites his team and has proven that the bond of this group outlasts all else. And today, he'll take another step in his professional driving career. One that will take him to a secret place on the other side of the world. This is Launch Control. In the heart of Los Angeles, the weekend after Global Rallycross, SubiFest is in full effect. The annual festival of all things all-wheel drive. Dedicated Subaru fans shared their vision of the perfect Subaru.
Can we get a buck yeah out there?
Bucky included.
I'm living the dream, man. Thanks for all the support, and love you guys.
It's a taste of Subaru history and passion on home soil. But Bucky's next journey is to the birthplace of every STI ever made, Japan.
Subaru has such a big following in the car culture. One that I've never ever seen with any other manufacturer. The passion for the brand is so strong, and I honestly know why. From being there firsthand, I mean, I can feel how awesome these cars are to drive. It's probably one of the most enjoyable cars to drive, from the all-wheel drive to the turbo to the overall feel of the car. I mean, it's by far second to none, and that's why personally I'm a big fan, and that's why I love the brand so much.
After a 12-hour flight, Bucky arrives in the land of the rising sun. Bleary-eyed and jet-lagged, Tokyo can be an overwhelming place. With a population 1.5 times the size of New York, it's the largest city in the world. Tokyo is the business, cultural, and industrial center of Japan, and home to Subaru's global headquarters. After a good night's sleep, morning brings the first stop on the trip. On the outskirts of Tokyo is a seemingly ordinary Subaru dealership. But upstairs, things are different. This is the home of Subaru Technica International. With heavily restricted areas, behind closed doors, Bucky and his team must be escorted at all times. Inside these rooms lie the performance secrets and future of STI. Every generation of STI vehicles and performance parts are conceived here. The showroom holds some of the company's greatest achievements in the form of race and rally winning cars.
This is pretty much what makes me proud to drive a Subaru, this rally car right here. Seeing this thing go sideways around some hairpins and with pedal driving it, it was quite remarkable.
And then there's the 22B.
Game over. Mama, I'm home. Come to daddy. Rumor has it that Colin McRae drove this car as a promotion to sell these cars. And this is the 00 of 400. This is the benchmark. This is the one. This would be one of my collector cars. Like, there's not many on my list that I would actually collect because I don't believe in collecting cars, but this would be the one.
I mean, I've always been a fan of the 22B, and visiting Japan and seeing it firsthand for the first time, I was starstruck by the car. So much that when I came home, I basically have been building my own ever since. So finally I found a nice chassis that for a good price, and I stripped the car down and I basically did a full STI swap EJ257 in that thing. So it's still to this day not finished, but I'd say it's 99.9% there, and I'm enjoying the ride.
STI has a long history of helping Subaru build the best drivers' cars available, and then proving their capabilities to the extreme through rally and race initiatives.
STI は単に最高の技術を最高の水準で商品に織り込むということだけでなく、その技術の中から生まれてくるお客様との絆を大切にしています。
ベースのスバル自体がどちらかというと今やっぱドライバーズカーっていうものを要するにドライバーが乗員がどれだけ気持ちいいかっていうものを作ろうとしてるんですけども、そこにはやっぱり大きな変化はなくて、我々もやっぱりそこにはその乗る安心感とか楽しさとかそういうドライバーが気持ちいいね、楽しいね、安心して走れるねっていうところにやっぱり重点を置いてて、それを STI はさらにベースのスバルをより高めていく。
their latest achievement, a dominating class victory at the 24 Hours of Nurburgring.
STI って、最近知られるようになったかもしれませんけど、もう古くからモータースポーツの関わりを強く持って、最初は WRC でしたけども、そこでチャレンジをし続けてきた歴史があります。
Bit by bit, the tour gives Bucky insight into the inner workings, some more secret than others, until he finds the truest connection between STI and his race program yet.
He's an engine builder.
Bucky, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
レースで使用したエンジンを全て分解して消耗部品の度合い、こちらの狙った通りの消耗しているかどうか、悪いところはないか、傷んでいるところがないかを全て確認し、悪いものは交換、修正を行い、次のレースに向けてまた性能がしっかり出るように組み立てていきます。
The partnership between Subaru Rally Team USA and STI intersects here in a mix of art and science. Every race engine using a specialized STI block makes its way back here for inspection. This is the scale to which the Subaru Rallycross program has grown. Every asset in the Subaru arsenal is now involved in bringing this team to the top level.
Well, going into STI and walking through what looked like a wall into a secret passageway back to the engine department, meeting the scientists back there that were literally hands-on, measuring oil in the chambers and this and that with the pistons. It wasn't just a bunch of machines cranking out motors. It was some high-tech, independent craftsmanship going on. STI truly are the mad scientists behind the Subaru brand.
2 days later, Bucky is en route to Subaru's top-secret test facility. This is the real reason for coming all this way. Security is tight. Cell phones and cameras are strictly prohibited.
We arrived out front of the gate, and the first thing you see is just these big circles with X's through it, with a big old slash mark through it. It's a highly restricted area. I didn't even know this track existed. That's how top secret it is. And then when people heard that I was coming here, they were like, what? You're going to that track? Like, that's insane.
After a background check and inspection of the production team's equipment, Lasek is allowed to enter through the second gate. This is Subaru's proving grounds, a facility few ever see firsthand. Waiting in a nearby garage is the 2015 Nurburgring race car.
I'm at Subaru's secret test track, driving their Nurburgring car, their winning Nurburgring car. That's special.
I remember on the outside banking, they had an oval. The banking was that relatively of Daytona. That's how big the banking was. And I remember there was a wall outside of there was basically a guardrail that bordered the top of the banking. And I was like, oh my God, I so want to just tail drop in all the way down the banking. And I was ready to do it. I remember the launch control guys were ready to film it. But we should have asked for forgiveness instead of permission at this point. I wish they would have let me do it because it would have made for great content. But that's all we have now is a story.
The car was born in the same place as every other STI in the world. In Gunma Prefecture at the Fuji Heavy Industries manufacturing facility. A unique cross between old world design and top-level engineering. The Gunma plant manufactures over 900 cars per day and is the only factory responsible for the production and assembly of the STI line.
So entire process is 20 hours.
20 hours?
The painting takes usually the longest one.
Yeah.
And then came in here, and then the total hours is 20 hours.
To build a whole car, one car. That's fast. Yeah, I mean, every STI you see on the road has come from that factory. And for people who are compassionate about Subarus and STIs and the whole brand, this isn't just a factory. This is heritage.
So the body comes from somewhere over there, and then first, what they do they will take out the doors. When they paint it, they have to paint it with the doors, so they will take off for easier to install.
So this door will meet back up with that car eventually. Yeah. The same car, same door. Yeah. It's just kind of cool to see like all the backbone of how the car is built. Just the fact that they knock out different colors and different models. It's not like they're knocking out 20 of the same cars, 20 of the same colors. It's crazy that they're doing different colors and different cars so sporadically and random, but so efficiently. It's pretty cool.
It's no accident that Bucky's visit lands on this specific day. This is not just any WRX STI. This one will make its way to America and eventually to the Lasek family driveway.
I then made my way to the Subaru secret test track. There were a lot of rules. We weren't allowed to take our phones out. I had to call my wife before I left, and I had to sign away my rights to my kids in case I were to have any pictures that leaked. I remember Tatsumi-san literally sitting me down in front of a big white board with very graphic pictures of crashes in these different turns, like crash in this turn, crash in that turn, like showing me like the damaged cars and walking me through what to do and what not to do. I was about to take their baby out for a little walk, a little stroll around the park, I should say.
At the proving ground, a track briefing is in order.
Yeah.
Sometimes course off make.
Yeah, that's the mistake spot right there.
Yeah, they break
and not straight, Yeah, I could see that happening for sure. There's probably 2 or 3 good bumps right there. Wow. I just want to get out there, And I can tell that these guys are, they take a lot of pride in that car. And it says a lot for them to, let me come over here and drive this car. It's a big privilege.
Then it's time to get comfortable behind the wheel.
Yeah, it's hard for me because everyone always sees me as joking around, and it's like this is a for real moment, and the car is amazing. It's not an everyday car that you can just sign up and get in. It's a big responsibility. The car is still under development. I'm driving the Nurburgring car on Subaru's private test track. I'm a kid from Baltimore City. If they knew that, I don't think they would let me do it.
I come from a world that is not so giving, and for them to trust me enough to let me drive their car and really open up their doors the way they did. I am a driving enthusiast, not, take aside the professional driver, professional skateboarder. I love to drive cars, and to be able to drive that car and see all the technology behind it, it truly was. It was close to the heart for me, and I'm forever grateful.
The team will tell you this car is built to win on the racetrack, but literally any competent driver can pilot it.
And then when I see the track, when I'm going around the track, it's just slightly wider than the car. And you're hitting bumps, and it's pretty intense. It's no joke.
The design draws from the uniquely capable stock chassis and balances the power to drivability ratio to perfection. For the short sprint format of rallycross, Bucky's GRC car boasts almost double the power numbers. But in endurance racing, the 0 to 60 numbers are far less critical. The ability to drive on the limit for a long period of time is key. While the cars are different in their ultimate goals, a common design ethos shines through.
Really fun.
You like it?
Yeah, it's really easy to drive.
Mainly, Tatsumi will set up to the like this, so
Yeah.
easy to drive, and the car make a direction
Planted.
Planted. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Go ahead, pull the brakes. This one was getting hot.
No problem.
No problem.
All I can say is that car was so well balanced. The car reacted to your input. It wasn't like a handful. It wasn't like it turned in and then it had some kind of like suspension lag or sway. It turned in and it was ready for your next input. It was so precise. The tiny test track, I mean, basically big enough for one car. You couldn't fit two cars side by side on it, I'm pretty sure. And there were apexes, but they were kind of like just grass apexes. I remember actually touching my wheel off one of the apexes, and I dipped the wheel off, and they instantly waved me in and said, "No corner cutting." And I'm like, come on, man, I'm like a rallycross guy, you know, like I'm looking for time here. I had to contain myself from going 100% out just because I wasn't there to prove any points or to be tested. I was there to enjoy it. And I had a hard time doing that just because the car was so easy to drive. It felt perfect in the turns, out of the turns. I mean, they basically had to force me out of the car. Like, I would have kept doing laps if it was up to me.
It's a little technical little track, and it's really not that wide, and it's got guardrails everywhere with bumps. So it's not a perfect little track, and it says a lot that these guys, they respect me enough as a driver to come and jump in their car. I never expected to be able to come to Japan as a factory driver and get to come to their secret test track and have the responsibility of having this $1 million car in my hands. I'm at a loss of words, honestly. I don't even know what to say except for thank you. Yeah, I'm here at STI. Like, you go to America, it's like you see the STI badge on the car and it's like, oh, that's STI, but these are the guys. This is the car. Like, this is the development site. I climbed out of that car only because I had to. Otherwise, I'd still be in it. This car is amazing! Seriously amazing. And yeah, the smile said it all. That was seriously one of the top 5 most special moments of my life.